This is the golden opportunity. You are the lightning and your news. Wait till you see tomorrow. Tomorrow you won't be ignored.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the musicals with the most bizarre, unhinged, and confusing storylines.
Under the circumstances, formal dress is to be optional.
Number 10, Little Shop of Horrors. Despite being one of the most beloved shows of all time, this science fiction comedy musical about an extraterrestrial plant who eats people is not your typical Broadway fare.
You are a plant, an inanimate object.
Does this look inanimate to you, Puck? If I can talk and I can move, who's to say I can't do anything I want?
In it, bumbling flower shop employee Seymour Krelborn makes a Faustian bargain with a plant. He starts to feed unworthy and unsavory people into its jaws.
He's so nasty, treating her rough.
Yeah, smacking her around and always talking so tough.
You need blood and he's got more than enough.
I need blood and he's got more than enough.
You need blood and he's got more than enough.
Seymour gets rich and wins the woman of his dreams. But as he finds out, when you hitch your wagon to a plant with a bloodlust, things can turn out very, very wrong for you. Rife with satire, the show sometimes feels like it's trying to find ways to top itself with outlandish plot points.
This could be bigger than a hula hoop. What do you say, Mr. Krelborn?
Number 9. The Who's Tommy. Tommy Walker's traumatic childhood sets the stage for a very trippy rock musical courtesy of the legendary English rock band The Who.
You know her daddy gave her magic. I can tell by the way she walks. You know her daddy gave her magic. I can tell by the way she walks.
As a child, Tommy loses his sight, hearing, and ability to speak after witnessing a murder. His parents send him on a journey of tests and treatments in search of a cure. Meanwhile, Tommy rises to fame for his prodigious pinball prowess and becomes the inadvertent leader of a cult. This show throws us from one insane number to the next. With its themes of spirituality, celebrity, and self-actualization, Tommy is not afraid to go to some extraordinary places to make its points.
If you want to follow me, you've got to play pinball. And put in your earplugs, put on your eye shades, you know where to put the cork.
Number 8. Ride the Cyclone.
It's just a ride.
In this cult musical, several Canadian teenagers meet their end at the hands of a rickety old roller coaster. A creepy carnival fortune teller machine promises to grant one of them the chance to return to life. But who should it be?
Some of us are winners, some are born to lose. You got the sandwich artist, the security guard, the Walmart greeter with an overdrawn credit card.
One by one, they make their case through song as to why they should be given another chance to live. It's kind of like Final Destination set to music. Ride the Cyclone is a gruesome, funny, and tragic story that's constantly shifting between tones and blows right past realism and lands squarely in the surreal.
You don't know up from down, and you feel a little strange from all that spinning round.
Number 7. The Frogs.
Gods of the theater, smile on us.
No, it's not a sci-fi horror story about a bunch of killer toads, although that also sounds awesome. This obscure musical was written by Sweeney Todd and Into the Woods composer Stephen Sondheim.
I don't mind writing a musical that doesn't work as long as I have a good time writing it, as long as I think it was worth trying.
The Frogs was first performed in the Yale Gymnasium's swimming pool, which should give you some idea of how odd it is already. The Frogs follows Dionysus, the Greek god of wine, festivities, and theater, who ventures into the underworld to save the arts. He is then besieged by a group of frogs who detest intellectualism and social progress. It may not be one of Sondheim's classics, but it's for sure one of his weirdest.
Dive deep, splash around. What do you want for solid ground? What do you want to get apoplexy?
You could be a very sexy frog, come on.
Number 6. Cats.
Do I actually see with my own very eyes a man who's not heard of a jellicle cat?
There's really nothing about how weird the show is that hasn't been said already, yet it would feel crazy to leave it off a list like this.
Let the memory live again.
Andrew Lloyd Webber's mega hit show is surprisingly off the wall given its widespread popularity. Essentially, the cats are singing and dancing to earn their spots in the Heaviside layer, a sort of paradise-like second life that only a few select cats gain entry to. What plot there is pretty thin, stretched across agile dance numbers and filled with songs full of feline facts and even a few nonsensical words. Number 5. The Rocky Horror Show. Brad and Janet are a square couple who happen upon an old, dark house where they meet Dr. Frankenfurter, a seductive, androgynous extraterrestrial.
Why don't you stay for the night? Or maybe a bite. I could show you my favorite obsession.
The ominous doctor invites them into his lab where he's built himself a muscle-toned lover. Then things really start to go crazy.
Janet!
Dr. Scott!
Janet!
Brad!
Rocky!
Janet?
Dr. Scott!
Janet!
Brad!
Rocky!
The opening number really sets the tone as science fiction double feature throws a bunch of references to classic science fiction B-movies at you. The Rocky Horror Show is a Frankenstein's monster of bits and pieces from a bunch of other movies, stitched together to form a lurid and boundary-breaking musical horror comedy.
With your hands on your hips.
Bring your knees in tight. What is the velvet rush? They really drive you insane. Let's do the time warp again.
Number 4. Assassins.
Lots of madmen have had their say, but only for a day.
Half concept musical, half history lesson, this Stephen Sondheim show is a revue-style comedy about a cast of successful and attempted presidential assassins. A proprietor goads them into a carnival shooting range and sets the stage for a carnival ride through different attempts on a U.S. president's life.
Everybody just hold tight to your dreams.
Assassins is a funhouse mirror of American history, an exploration of the promises and failures of the American dream as told by the misfits who feel cheated by it. The musical boasts very dark humor, incisive social commentary, and one of the most twisted romantic duets ever.
Let me prove worthy of your love.
Number 3. Raggedy Ann. Marcella is the unluckiest girl in the world. She comes from a broken home, her pet dog died after eating her pet bird, and her father with alcohol use disorder gives her the creepiest little doll ever. Raggedy Ann is exactly as described. Raggedy.
Okay, I'm leaving you now. Don't leave me. Well, I'm not planning to lay here and die. Get up! I can't! Get up! I'm dying! You're dying!
Marcella and her living doll go on a cross-country road trip where they encounter horrors such as a wolf, a witch, and reanimated skeletons. At the climax, Marcella eats her friend Raggedy Ann's heart in order to survive.
The light's gonna shine. The light's gonna shine. The lights.
Critics describe the plot, if you can even call it that, as incoherent. The show closed on Broadway after 20 performances. Number 2. Starlight Express.
This is Control. Listen up. Race time minus 10 minutes. Sorry, we have a technical problem.
Andrew Lloyd Webber strikes again. This time, he decided to take on the exciting, romantic, drama-filled world of locomotives. Fitting its actors in bulky, metallic costumes and roller skates, Starlight Express is as hard to pull off as it is confusing to follow.
You must confess, are you real? Yes or no?
Inspired in a roundabout way by Thomas the Tank Engine, it tells of Rusty, a steam engine who enters into a race to win the heart of a railway coach named Pearl. What all of this has to do with them being actual trains is anyone's guess. Starlight Express is a convoluted musical extravaganza on wheels that you kind of have to turn your brain off to fully enjoy. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Jerry Springer, The Opera. Vulgar and blasphemous in tone and subject matter, this 3-act epic scandalized audiences from the moment it debuted in the early 2000s.
What do you want? Lesbians fighting. What do you want?
Jerry Springer, The Opera, sees the notorious TV presenter hosting what starts out as a normal episode of his show. Well, normal except for the show tunes. But at the end of the first act, Springer is shot and his spirit sent to purgatory, then to hell itself, to atone for his exploitation of his guests.
Whoa, time out. Let's rewind this a little. Now, I don't want to serve in hell. At this stage of my career, that would be a sideways move.
At first, the ensemble cast includes the usual suspects: poor people, exotic dancers, people with eccentric hobbies. Then the Ku Klux Klan members and irreverent reimaginings of figures in Christianity show up. Let's just say it's as elaborate as it is controversial.
Is it me? Well, somebody help me out here. You really gotta help me out. I don't know what to do.
Did one of your favorite shows make the list? Tell us in the comments.
If you offer me cream, then I sniff and sneer. I only like what I find for myself.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.